Hello peeps, welcome back to my channel. Now, like I said, I am going to do bi-monthly reviews of debuts and comebacks since doing that 1/4 like last time resulted in a 20-minute video lmao. However, this is probably gonna be just as long because everyone and their mom came back in June. Like, can't things just go right? Whatever, hopefully July and August aren't crazy, but if they are then I might have to do monthly reviews. However, the more I listen to stuff the more I figure out what groups I would be interested in seeing, so hopefully by the 50th review, I only have to cover maybe 10 things lmao. Anyways, let's not make this longer, Jamie. Let's get into it. It's alright to me. I do love the vocal stacking in the chorus, but other than that, it just doesn't vibe with me personally. It's not a bad song, but I don't feel connected to it as much as some others. The MV looks really nice and some of the sets used looked really nice. The one stage I saw looked really nice. I just don't have a lot of feelings either way about this song. This song is also alright to me. The Vavi girl harmonies after the chorus popped off though. But their MV. All of these bright colors. Yes. It's so lovely and interesting to look at. My favorite is the one dance set that had all colorful walls, it's the best one. And all of their outfits fit so well on them. Their stages. The live vocals. They legit snapped. They are so stable. And the stages themselves look so colorful just like the MV. So while I don't care for the song, everything else snaps so hard. I think this song is great. I really felt the emotion she was trying to convey, and reading the translated lyrics makes me want to bawl every time. This felt really personal to her, and I really felt that. The MV was so pretty too, and the animation really sells the emotions and themes she was trying to go for. It's a very beautiful song. I like this song. But it's probably one that I won't seek out to listen in the future. It's a fitting debut song for her voice though, and her voice is very unique. Her MV was very beautiful and I loved the scenes with her in the red floral dress. I only saw one stage, but she definitely has stage presence. And the stage had these cool mirrors and lights that added to her outfit for that stage. I wish her luck for her future career. I actually really like this. I really like soft, groove songs like this, especially ones that have a really low, rocking bass line in the background. It's ones I like listening to personally. They have some cool vocal stacking for the M in trouble parts as well. The MV is really simple, but for a song like this, it blends really well. For such a mellow song, having a lot going on would be distracting lmao. It's just really nice, in my opinion. Their stage looked very minimalist as well, but once again, it doesn't distract from the song and the boys. And they definitely have charisma. I will say the sparklers on their first stage on it weren't needed, but other than that, it was a good stage. It's such a nice song. I love the message they are trying to convey in this song. And I feel like it's a song people need to hear, especially during these times where we are locked up and have a hard time living life as how we want. The MV really sells that story. A person mindlessly living as life moves around them. It's so beautiful. I know the news that they won't promote hurt their fans hard, and I really hope they recover from their anxiety issues. I wish they get all the time they need to heal for themselves. Something about this song throws me off. I think it's the instrumental. I don't know, the verses are great and then when it hits the chorus I'm just thrown off. I think it's okay, but it's not something I see myself listening to all that much. The MV though is very beautiful. I love the red outfits and that theater set is my favorite. Their stage was so amazing though. All that green and overgrowth, it was perfection. Their backup dancer were amazing. And not gonna lie, I wanna know the long-haired guy's name because I have a weakness and that is long hair on men. Side tangent aside, their stage was fun. I just wish I liked the song more. It's an okay debut song. Nothing really stands out to me song-wise. They look really cute and I love their voices, but that's all I can say about their song. Their MV looks really good for not only a debut, but a debut group for a new company. The close-ups with the white background look really off and I feel they should have not used them, but other than that it's a pretty MV. They look to be having fun and their stage looked really cute, but it definitely feels like a rookie debut stage to me. I wish them luck for their future and I'm sure they'll have a fan base for sure. I think it's an alright song. I think the chorus is my favorite part but the rest is just okay to me. The MV is so cute though. But also kind of not lmao. More like, a food fight then all of a sudden there's fire like I was so lost, but in a good way? Their outfits for the n stage are an interesting choice, but I love the set and the lighting they used. Their stage was very engaging as a whole. I especially liked the part in the choreo after the first chorus. I like this better than Kick It for sure. Maybe because it is less intense and is a more smooth vibe, I don't know lmao. The MV looks beautiful, it's the one set where they have the red jackets with the lights. I guess I'm a sucker for light sets lmao. I like that their stage is a futuristic fighting ring, at least the one on Music Bank. It was fun to watch, especially during the chorus. Sorry I don't have a lot to say, it's just one of those songs where I don't have much to say about it. I think this is an interesting song for sure. I really like their rapping, but nothing else about the song stands out to me. But the chorus is pretty catchy. I find it so interesting they kept the members masked and hid their identities throughout the MV. It's such an interesting choice, especially in K-pop when people are attracted to the members and visuals. It was obvious from their teasers they were going for a lore, and definitely feel one is there in this video. I love their red outfits for their debut stage and their set with the many colors swirling in the background. And for a debut group, they definitely have stage presence, which I feel is because of some of the members' past of being in Good Day. I am really glad those members got to re-debut. I wish them luck in their future, though. Oh my god, that vocal stacking in the pre-chorus ahhh. Sorry I heard that and got excited lmao. This is such a strong song. I think the rapping parts are the weaker parts of the song, in my opinion. It just doesn't fit and it made the song weaker. It's definitely a strong debut song and it made me interested in keeping my eye on them. The MV looks really good for a debut group. I love the different lighting they used. And their outfits all fit them in my opinion. Their stage looks really simple but I do love the fire effects and they look to be having fun. At first, on their debut stage on N., I thought their stage presence needed work, but as I watch more stages especially their phantoms, I realize I was wrong, especially Jennie. And they are improving the more I see them, so with more time, I see bright things for them. I wish them luck in the future. I did a full review while reaction and freaking out on another video, so I'll link in the description and pinned comment below. But now that my head is cleared of Fire Lord Chinkyun, I can say this was such a good comeback. It didn't hit as strong as Follow for me, but this album was very solid. Especially as it gave so much to Min Hyuk and Taeyongwon, both lines and screen time and center. The MV was so beautiful. I will admit that the Panthers in the beginning looked really weird, but other than that, everything else looked amazing. The dancers were a really nice touch. Their stages as always, are iconic. Their stand-up stage had me bawling but then I am so wowed by their Flow and Fantasia stage. They work so hard. Can you all just stand them already? Thank you. This is a lot less intense than Eclipse, but it is just as good in my opinion. Moonbyul pulls it off so well. And anyone that tries to tell me she's a weak singer has clearly not listened to Absence and It Shows. It's such a beautiful song and it's beautiful. I know it's not an MV but a performance video, but it strangely fits better than a traditional MV. The focus is on the performance itself. It's very simple but there's a beauty to it. Moonbyul will continue to be a queen, I said it. I also made a separate review for this comeback that I will link below. If hadn't seen it, I basically said this comeback was good but it wasn't my favorite Twice release. I still feel that way still, but more and more definitely grew on me. Also, I still hate those damn CG cats. Their stages and choreo look so good though. We love Queens, yes we do. The intro was very cute and simple, like him crying, them hugging. The set is so flowery and colorful, like him obsessed. Anyways, it's twice they could breathe and I would stream. It was a really cute song and very catchy. I really like it. I also really like the MV and I can tell they had a lot of fun making it. It's just cute all around. Their main stage is so pink, I love it, and it's so creative. Their flower stage is so pretty and that song has a very beautiful melody. Sorry that I don't have too much to comment on, it's just one where I don't have a lot of thoughts, but I still wanted to mention them because they are great. I really like this song. I think the chorus is my favorite. Everything just flows so smoothly, I felt very engrossed from the minute I pressed play. The MV is also really great as well. I like the scenes in the painted hallway. I'm not the biggest fan of the set, there's just too many chains and it kind of distracts from the performance. But the choreo is fun to watch at least. I like the song. But it doesn't really do it for me, personally. I think the melody is catchy and it's pretty to listen to, though. But this MV. Chef's kiss. So many beautiful shots. I may hate Starship, but all of their group's MVs are always high quality. Like, I want to watch this again just for the MV lmao. I love that they mimic butterflies in their choreo with their hands, it's a beautiful touch. And the white flowers and their dresses for their Where You Are stage look pretty, and their screens with the stars. Perfection. This is an okay song. I think I just expected the chorus to hit hard. But the song is enjoyable for me to listen to and I like it. This MV looks so beautiful for a debut group, even with this group being the company's first. Oh my god. The room with the piano, the dance set. Can I live in a music video? Thanks. Their stage presence is so good, though, and I loved watching the stage I did watch. And purple suits. Let's just say any suit is my weakness, okay? I wish them luck in their future. I really like the bridge, but other than that, I think this is an okay song. I like Fiesta over this one, but it's not my least favorite. The MV is very beautiful though, and I love the main dance stage with all its pinks. This set. It's literally eye candy, like I can't get enough of this little city set. It's so beautiful. And then when it turns to reds and golds with the song change, it's iconic. And these nutcracker like blue and gold suits with the white skirts is just as iconic. This is an okay song to me. I like it better than some of their other title tracks, but the song just doesn't vibe with me personally. I will say that the camera movements in the MV. They are literally God's menu. Like, it's so smooth and quick, but I can follow everything with every pan and movement. The song is so high energy, yet this MV keeps up with it. Red is such an intimidating and intense color, so I kinda love they used it for this song and for their first stage. Their stage was engaging, I love their presence. God, it's so refreshing to see another group try a more creepy horror concept. I like this song, but the chorus isn't my favorite. I just like the pre-chorus too much that I wish it wasn't an instrumental chorus, I think. But this MV really is gorgeous. The black and white scenes. The locations. The quick shots. That fancy ballroom where they are dancing. This is literally the good food of K-pop MVs. And the effects they used aren't excessive or even that off-putting to me. I like how their stage is only the screen effects so that there isn't a lot of distracting set around them. Their choreo isn't my favorite, but it's okay, and they do have plenty of stage presence, so I was still engaged throughout the stage. I like this song, but I like Dazzle Dazzle over this song, in my opinion. But I will say that vocal stacking is on point as usual. That darkness scene where only her eyes are visible. Oh my god, I think I found heaven. That was my favorite scene. That could have been the whole video, and I would think it's the best MV ever. I also really like the colors they used. Not gonna lie, the graphics they used in the beginning was so trippy lmao. I think they kinda overpower and make me focus on that instead, but it's not a big problem. I really like their choreo and it looks really fun. Once again, I reviewed this one in depth on another video, which I will also link in the pinned comment below. But in short, I thought this was a really fun comeback and I love the return of Fresh, Summer 17. Also Fearless best B-side, it's such perfection. The MV was really fun and goofy, and it definitely screams 17. And their comeback stages. Fearless is iconic and Left and Right is just as fun in choreo form. Kings snapped like expected. I think some of the instrumentals are very distracting from their voices, especially in the verses and pre-chorus, but the chorus is really nice and in perfect balance. I don't know, some of the metallic sounds are just so loud, I don't know. If they were toned down, I think I would like the song more, especially as I love the bass line in the chorus. This MV is really beautiful and I love the visuals in it. The stage I watched was their special one for Music Bank, but I like the set for it. And their choreo was as always, on point. As expected from Road to Kingdom Princes. It's an interesting song, for sure. I will say that I love the pre-chorus. And Jisoo rocking her lines. Other than that, it's alright. Can I talk about Rose's Black Angel shot? Like hello queen, yes I live to serve you. And Jisoo ate. They all ate, not gonna lie. Their stage on Jimmy Fallon. The girls ate. Even if I don't care for the song, I can't lie and say this stage didn't pump me up. They rocked it. It's alright, it's just not for me. I just don't connect to it personally. I do like the bass line and vocal stacking they're doing. And the MV looks okay to me. Some of the green screen scenes kind of stand out, but it's still a pretty fun MV. Their comeback show stage looks very fun, with all the art pieces and them acting like in a museum. And they look to be having fun on stage. It took until half the song before the song full sank in for me, but I like it. I prefer Twit personally, but it's still a really nice song. Especially in the dance break portion. It makes me excited to listen to the rest of her album. The music video is just as beautiful and it ends with the other Mamamoo members. Be right back, let me just sob. God, Wasa is such a queen. And she's here to stay. This is such an intense song, I like it. I love the pre-chorus most. The melody is my favorite. And I'm glad this one leads to an actual chorus and not just a dance break. The MV is so dark, but it's not that distracting. And I love the outfits they are using. All the purples in this MV. This was made for me. That aside, I really like the song. I guess I have a weakness and that is soft groove songs. And Sumi's voice is just beautiful. Besides the purple, I love the firework shots and all the film shots. It goes with the feel of the song and keeps it grounded. It's like him watching a story of her life. Her background dancers being in fancy hats like EST. And her stage is so fun to watch and her energy is so infectious. This was so fun. I'm not a whole fan of the shouting verse, but the rest is such a serotonin boost. When I heard previews, I thought I wouldn't like the song, but just like Signature they surprised me. And I love their voices. And the MV was so fair to everyone, it seemed like, and it had colors. Also, not gonna lie, the rap part snapped. I might check out their songs to see if I like them. And their stage using desks. It's so iconic. I am so in love. And that's the end of the video. Thank you to y'all who stayed for the whole thing, or even for a portion. I don't blame you, lmao. To be fair, I like long videos in general because I can just listen in the background or like to spend some serious time on them. But whatever. I hope y'all enjoyed. I will see you on the next video. Bye peeps.